Motherfuckers is silly, man. Wanna wish death upon people and don't know the story. I wouldn't even wish death upon my worst enemy. That's the crazy part. Now you try to take my life. That's a different story. I'll be back here one day. People that really want to know the story, ask me. Oh, shit. I'm not supposed to really be bending down trying to get my medicine. I'm about to change these bandages. Y'all want to watch me change my bandage? Let's see if I can set it up right. Yep. I woke up drunk, and I told my wife I was going to use the bathroom, which I went outside and took a pee. And next thing I knew, everything went black and I hit the ground. I got people running out the house, trying to find me, or whatever. Stop the bleed and all this other stuff. I know. And there's been a lot of people talking big boy stuff, man. Like, a lot of people, they talking about I was too drunk, I should never walked in somebody's house. Okay, a 40 caliber bullet. I'm only 170 pounds, 180 pounds. A 40 caliber bullet up close is gonna knock you on your ass. When I got hit, I remember when I got hit, I fell straight to the ground and I bust my head. So, but anybody that keeps saying I should never been in their house, I was never in their house. I never walked in their house. I never did nothing of that sort. If you would look, I'm about to show y'all. Matter of fact. I'm about to show people. Y'all see where it's stained at, right? Right up all through there. That's where I was laying at. I was drunk. I climbed down my stairs. I went around. I took a piss right here. I climbed up the stairs. Boom, 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 boom. I noticed I was on the wrong side. I went to come over this pole, and I was knocked back on the ground. And then the fucked up thing about it, they had a bullet hole at the top of their door up here. They changed the door and everything. They changed everything. They changed all of it. They wiped everything. I don't know what the fuck they did, but the dude not in the city no more. No police done got involved. Nothing. They took a story, open and shut case type shit. Nobody's being charged with nothing. Like, but I don't get how a motherfucker could keep coming over to your house the next day after you got shot and keep saying, I apologize. It's an accident. It was an accident. How can the fuck you accidentally shoot somebody? You can't accidentally shoot anybody. And then for the police report to say, oh, it was a home intruder. Okay, we gonna use their story. If I was a home intruder, I'm not apologizing to you. If I shoot you, nigga, I shot you because you was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I would love to see what other people's thoughts is on this story though. Because I woke up and people I so-called thought was my friends was the main motherfuckers talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're still in the beginning of the month of May, which is Mental Health Month. And you guys that have been following me for a while, you know I'm a college dropout. And every time I get a chance to be a keyboard psychologist, I'm going to do it. And what is more fitting but to talk about Darnell in Mental Health Month? Okay? So we're going to start off with all of his diagnosis and why they are fighting to save his life against him going to the death penalty. Now, for anybody watching this, please, please, I am not trying to take anything away from what he did to that little girl at all. I'm going to also try to sum up all of the videos that we looked over in the first video, Diabolical Darnell. We're going to continue from there. So this is pretty much, I'll say, the second video. Trust me, you guys, there is a method to my madness.
Regional dispatch, not emergency.
Yes, I'd like to make a police report.
Okay, what's the address?
Elm Street,
Okay, what kind of report?
a missing person.
Okay, what's your name?
Mine or hers?
Yours?
Dorothy.
Okay, and who's
Let's see.
missing?
Kei'Mani.
Is this your daughter, son?
This is my granddaughter.
Okay, do you have custody?
I do.
Okay, how old is she?
13.
How long ago she's been missing?
To the best of my understanding, she's just been missing this morning. I called her school and went up to her school, and they said she's not there.
What school does she go to?
Spring.
Do you remember, did you see what she was wearing before she left?
No, she's usually going to school before I get home from work.
Okay. Is she black, white, or Hispanic?
She's black. She looks Hispanic.
Okay, and then what was her last name?
Let's see.
Your phone number?
419.
Okay, does she have a phone on her that you're aware of?
She does, and it's dead because it's going straight to voicemail.
All right, they'll be out then. They'll be out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you taking any medications?
Just pain meds for the accident, and they got me on some psychotic meds, anxiety.
For anxiety?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you taking those medications pursuant to a doctor's order?
Yes.
Okay. Are you taking them according to those instructions?
Yes.
Or do those medications affect your ability to understand what I'm telling you?
No, sir.
Does it affect your ability to answer my questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Once again, if I go too fast or you don't understand something, just let me know, okay? Have you been diagnosed or treated for any mental illness?
Yes, sir.
What kind?
Depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, ADHD, ADD. It's been
Okay, I'm going to go through these diagnoses as quickly as I can. Anxiety, it's not just a song now. It is the feeling of dread, uneasiness, restlessness. It can manifest as physical symptoms like a racing heart, sweating. It's a normal response to stress, but can become problematic and it can interfere with your daily life. You'd be surprised of how many people have been diagnosed with anxiety and take medicine for it. Look at the world that we're living in. Depression, mood disorder, causes a persistent feeling of sadness, loss of interest, a vary in emotions, and can cause physical problems and physical pain. They can last days, weeks, months, even years. Sometimes the person can no longer take it, and being in that state of mind and having that feeling that they might just decide to end it all. But also keep in mind, people can overcome depression. They have. Trust me, I know. Schizophrenia, disruption in the thought process, emotional responses, and social interactions, which can be severe and disabling. The exact cause of schizophrenia isn't known, but a combination of genetics, environment, and altered brain chemistry and structure may play a role. There isn't a cure for this disorder, just a life change and being under a doctor's care. Bipolar, formerly called manic depression, causes extreme mood swings, emotional highs, known as mania or hypermania, and lows, severe depression. These dual emotions can happen in a short period of time. Having racing thoughts, not being able to concentrate, speaking fast, talking a lot, and not making sense to other people, and a high sex drive. There is no cure. However, you can achieve remission and live effectively with treatment and management. ADHD, hyperactivity deficit hyperactivity disorder, inattention, hyperactivity, impulsive, and difficulty managing emotions, easily distracted, difficulty following directions, forgetfulness, problem staying organized, a short attention span. This requires a medical diagnosis, and you have to be under treatment. And remember, Darnell said there were a lot. Now, let's be honest. If we hear that a person that we have to interact with for some reason has any of these diagnoses, we might give them the side eye. We might. We don't know really what they're capable of. And look at it this way. Darnell, he has all 5 plus a few more. A person with schizophrenia and bipolar, just hearing those 2 words, we might think that maybe they are capable of harming us. Or should I say, a lot of people might think that way. Okay, so let me try to break it down for you. A person with anxiety. Yeah, if they're feeling overwhelmed, stress, and fear within a certain situation, that can result in harm. But not all people with anxiety may react in a violent way if in a certain situation. People with anxiety are not supposed to use any type of substances, but some of them do engage in it. They also engage in self-injury and even have those type of thoughts. And as for harming you, it is all based on the individual. A person with depression, confronted with severe frustration, can lead to irritability and anger, which can also lead to a violent behavior, even if the person was never violent. A person with schizophrenia who is undertreated or untreated may exhibit hallucinations, delusions, and a risk of aggression. Young males, I'm going to use that because that is what Darnell is. They may engage in alcohol and other substances that can be triggered and become violent. The statistics on a schizophrenia patient with murderous tendencies is between 10 and 15%. Very low, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Ones with bipolar, during the manic episodes and the psychotic states, they can be prone to violence. And again, medicine and treatment are very needed so dangerous reactions would not occur. ADHD in adults. Misunderstanding and frustrations within a certain situation can lead to violence and people. The biggest circumstance, a person who is sane can harm you just as well. Now, all of the disorders that was just listed, anybody, if you have those disorders in your family, it is a possibility that those disorders are genetic. Most of all, these disorders are inherited, and that is a fact. Darnell has a multitude of different type of disorders, and they were inherited. I don't know if it is coming from his maternal side or his paternal side, but somebody has one or more of those disorders in his family. Now, we know as people of color, back in the day, we weren't so, keen on going to the psychiatrist and therapist and all that. But I'm going to say for the past 20 plus years, things are changing and we are reaching out to professionals to get more help. Now, I can only speak for people of color. I know that there's a lot of other races that didn't engage in therapy either that are probably seeking it out now, which is great. Look at the world we live in. Sometimes we need somebody with some professional help to help us get through situations that we're trying to get through. Now, as for Darnell's offspring, it is a big chance that they are going to have a disorder. Now, all his children are young. If they start with treatment now, if their mothers see that there's a changed behavior or something's a little bit different, it's good to get them evaluated now. So maybe 20 plus years from now, we don't have another unfortunate tragedy like this, or even worse. Just something. Unfortunately, the wind was so aggressive in this clip. You could really barely hear what he was saying, but it really was some information that he wanted everybody to understand that was on his life.
Hey, mama. Hey, cousin. Y'all, I've been having I don't know what to explain, how to explain it. I don't know if you want to say an experience, a communication, something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But I just had to basically talk to somebody, get another input. But for the past week, I don't know. Like, I do believe in God. I do believe in the Bible. I believe that He's my Savior and everything. But yet, I be listening to YM Melly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so first he says an experience, and he says a communication. And the fact that he's listening to YNW Melly, yes, that's his name, Darnell. That doesn't help at all. We talked about YNW Melly in the last video, the rapper out of Florida that killed his 2 friends. To me, it sounds like he may have been starting, or if already displaying signs of schizophrenia. I don't know any of YNW Melly's song, but one of his popular songs is Murder on My Mind, and the lyrics goes like this. I got murder on my mind, I got murder on my mind. Yellow tape around his body, it's a fucking homicide. His face on a t-shirt, and his family's traumatized. Now, I can't say that in the past, listening to rap and hip-hop, that the lyrics were not similar to this. I listened to a lot of people, Biggie Smalls for one of them. But the thing is, I never killed anyone. That's the difference. And people who are diagnosed with schizophrenia, they always believe that someone or something is telling them something horrific to do. Now, if you guys remember David Berkowitz, he is a serial killer, son of Sam. He is out of Brooklyn, New York, and in the mid to late 70s, he said his neighbor's dog had told him to kill young and pretty women. And that's what he ended up doing. He killed 6. After he got arrested, he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. And just a little information on that. He is 71 now. He'll be 72. His birthday is June 1st. I hate that he is a June Gemini. I wish he was a May Gemini. And he has been incarcerated for 47 years. He got arrested when he was 24. He was sentenced in 1978. And I believe the only reason why they did not execute this man is because in the state of New York, execution had stopped in 1963.
Saying, what's up, Mom? What's up, cousin? I be listening to YM Melly, and like 2-3 days ago, I was listening to him, and out of nowhere, inside my mind, something said, he's promoting you to go to hell. What do that say? And then, the other day, I was downtown, just sitting at the bus stop, just sitting there talking to somebody. Church people were by. Lady stopped, hand me $5. Said, get you something to eat. But the whole time, I was reading her thing. It said, Jesus don't want you to go to hell. He loves you. And when she passed, it was a guy that they was all in a group, but it was a guy right behind her. And his shirt said, basically save yourself before it's too late. And I don't know, am I just overthinking, or is these messages telling me that I gotta get on my shit? I don't know what I'm saying here. This world is coming to an end. That's what I'm getting at. It's coming. I feel it. I feel like the world feel it. And I really kind of want to talk about heaven and hell. I just want to talk about it. Why? Because those are 2 scary subjects. Like, I know I'm touched by God. Verses to read. I'm kind of wanting to get more back into the spiritual side, because something is pulling me towards that way.
So inside his mind, he is promoting you go to hell. YNW Melly is promoting him to go to hell. And in order for you to go to hell, don't you have to do something horrific to get there? Was this hallucination? Is this him being in another reality and not the real one? Why would a woman just give him $5? I mean, did he look homeless that day where she felt that he needed the money? This video was very telling. It definitely was. It told a lot of other stuff about him battling with something going on. And I see he speaks to his mother. He says hi to her several times, along with other family members. And he also speaks about this demon that he refers to as he. His family seen this. I wonder how they reacted, if they tried to get him help or at least point point him in the direction for him to get help.
Says he saw his daughter late Sunday night after she called him afraid to be home alone.
I came over here because she said that if it seemed like somebody was trying to break into the house. So I sat for an hour, me and my cousin, we sat over here. And we left around like 12:30ish.
The fact that he was able to stand next to his daughter's grandmother and he was able to pretend like he was so in distress and he had no clue where she was, and she was just 9 minutes away in that abandoned, burnt house. And right after this interview, so here is my keyboard analyzation of Darnell Jones. I believe that Darnell is a sociopath, a high-functioning sociopath. Darnell was able to blend into life easily. That's because he is easy on the eyes. He was able to mask who he is, and he would exhibit traits of manipulation and deceit and disregard others while appearing charming and charismatic. He would use these qualities to deceive people, gain their trust for his own benefit and whatever it was. He has more than one personality disorder, but he was only going to show you the one that he needed you to see. That is my analysis of Darnell. He may have been
just going through some
That's
things,
what Dorothy
man.
believed. After
I don't know what the fuck to do.
unfortunately. Darnell tried to charm with wit,
Y'all, I'm really going
but for
through
some
some
reason it
things
wasn't
and people
working on
don't know.
his 13-year-old daughter, and he felt rejected. For some reason,
I don't know
Kei'Mani
how to explain it.
became
So much stress, so much anger. And I'm just trying to do the right thing. I pray. I read my Bible.
If ain't nobody
Just
ever told y'all this
something
morning,
mental.
I love y'all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going through something mentally. Came over here and physically fucked up.
Come here, man. Don't do it. What's your
I
name
ain't been
again?
feeling the same.
Dude, show me your fucking hands right now.
Man.
Pull your fucking hand out.
Just, I don't know. There's a lot of
this case
shit
is one of the
that's
most
on my
horrific
chest
cases I ever heard. This is a 14-year-old
that I
was
can't
murdered,
control.
raped, had her hands cut off, and her throat.
It ain't, like, I don't know how to explain it, man. All I gotta do is just keep trying to stay good, be good, man. You know? I just get on here, try to let people know what's going on. If you care, you care. It's just something mental shit inside of my head that I don't want there. Much shit inside